my goal is not to be monopolizing. It's like my goal is just to make sure customers are protected and, to make sure that there is something responsible in place to help, accomplish that. I think that we can do that here and in other places. We need to be a good constructive factor in this space. If we're not, it's just like bad on many levels, and ways that we can be, I think we'll sort of like be a diffuse good that like, whatever, we don't need to know beforehand exactly how that pays off.
What was pushed you over the edge to need to move the company away from Hong Kong?
Yeah, so I think the biggest things that we're thinking, we'd never had a single sort of formal headquarters before. And we were really excited about establishing one in the Bahamas. I think the biggest things, first of all, they passed a really progressive, forward-looking bill regulating the crypto industry there. It's one of the only countries in the world that has a comprehensive licensing regime for crypto exchanges. That's really exciting. My goal has been to find ways to have positive impact on the world and to maximize that, and to do so by supporting some really fantastic organizations. It's true of our risk engine, which is a 24/7 risk engine that is unlike the traditional financial ecosystem where risk builds up overnight, where there need to be separate risk models for weekends and overnight activity and holidays, where hours or days can go by with no ability to mitigate risk to the system. We have a transparent system where all of our public market data is openly available and free, where risk parameters are transparent.
At what point should we become concerned about the possibility of a bubble?
One of the really innovative properties of cryptocurrency markets are 24/7 risk monitoring engines. We do not have overnight risk or weekend risk or holiday risk in the same way traditional assets do, which allow risk monitoring and de-risking of positions in real time to help mitigate volatility. We've been operating for a number of years with billions of dollars of open interest. We've never had customer losses, clawbacks, or anything like that, even going through periods of large movements in both directions. We store collateral from our users in a way which is not always done in the traditional financial ecosystem to backstop positions. And the last thing that I'll say is if you look at what precipitated some of the 2008 financial crisis, you saw a number of bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions happening between financial counterparties, which then got repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again, such that no one knew how much risk was in that system until it all fell apart. If you compare that to what happens on FTX or other major cryptocurrency venues today, there's complete transparency about the full open interest. There's complete transparency about the positions that are held. There's a robust, consistent risk framework applied, and we're excited to work with the CFTC on our U.S. licensed and regulated venue to bring a lot of this to U.S. customers as well.
So it is clear that if the allegations are true, Sam Bankman-Fried is a compulsive liar. I've watched hours and hours of footage, and the amount and magnitude of the lies is absolutely disgusting. And what's more disgusting is he's out on bail right now because his parents put up their home. And we don't know how liable and how involved his parents are in all this as well. And it's going to be really interesting to see how that all turns out when it unfolds. But the interesting thing is there are accusations now that while Sam Bankman-Fried is at home on bail, he is going ahead and taking some of the money out of some of the other wallets that he has. Remember, this guy's been in the crypto industry for a while. So FTX, it's only been around since 2019, but he's been knee deep for quite a few years. And so it's going to be really interesting to see what's uncovered with the Alameda wallets, with the Sam Bankman-Fried personal wallets. And remember, whenever you send a payment in crypto to a public address for a wallet, you're able to see everything that wallet does, everything that it holds through tools like Etherscan. And I'm going to link it in the description if you're not sure what Etherscan is or how to use it. But here's what's really, really important. If you know of a payment that's been sent to Sam Bankman-Fried directly by a company, by you, by anyone, go ahead and type in that public address and take a look at what's been happening with that account in the past couple of days, because it is really, really important that the money that was stashed away by Sam Bankman-Fried doesn't just end up going to hidden accounts and eventually being cashed in down the line. Now, tomorrow, Sam Bankman-Fried is supposed to appear in court to enter a plea on 2 counts of wire fraud and 6 counts of conspiracy against him. Now, I feel that he's going to use a not guilty plea. Now, mark my words, right now it's January 2nd, so it's currently Monday after New Year's, and Tuesday is when he has the court appearance. And why do I think he's going to plead not guilty? Because I believe he's going to use the excuse of stimulants and amphetamine use as some sort of defense for why all of this occurred. And also, I feel that the implications from what's occurring with the whole FTX debacle, it will change crypto for the next decade. The amount of regulation that's going to come in. And let's be candid about it, because when this happens and just a bunch of retail investors lose money, nothing happens. But because there was massive amounts of smart money wrapped up in this, and people are embarrassed, organizations lost money, there was so much money lost, the government, the SEC, Gary Gensler, they're all going to come down hard on FTX and SBF. But the real reason is because a lot of their friends lost money. A lot of smart money and powerful people lost their money, and that's why you're going to see the hammer come down extra hard. Now, what's really interesting about what's been unfolding in recent years is that it's a bunch of dudes and bros that came from traditional finance, got into the crypto space if they had any knowledge of how to code, or they knew a friend that could code, and they went ahead and they made hand over fist. They treated it like an unregulated game, which it was. But now it seems like the government's going to be coming down super hard. A bunch of these people are going to be exposed, and what was once basically just a game, because there were no rules. We were making up the rules as we went. After Satoshi Nakamoto came out with the brilliance of Bitcoin, after that, a bunch of scams followed, a bunch of nonsense shill coins, shitcoinery took place. And so what you're going to see is all of this unravel. Me personally, if you've been following this channel, I've turned into a Bitcoin maximalist. I'm building up my BTC position, and it doesn't mean that I'm not going to take advantage of some of the other cryptos like Ethereum or even like Solana, which is down massively, Polygon. I might invest in some of those just to swing trade it, or maybe hold it for a couple of months, because ultimately all I'm doing is trying to build up BTC as far as my crypto investments go. So I want to hear from you guys. Do you enjoy this type of content? Because I'm going to be following this story very, very closely. I want to follow all the small stories that don't get enough attention. And so you're going to see me cover those a lot. And also, I'm going to continue creating tutorials because that's what I love. And it keeps my skill set as a stock trader, as a crypto investor, sharp. And so you're going to see a lot of tutorials come through about fundamental analysis, maybe even some on technical analysis. I'm going to cover stocks. I'm going to cover cryptos. I'm going to cover the really entertaining stories, and I'm going to cover whatever the heck you want me to. So mention in the comments section, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. 2023 just started. It is good times ahead. Channel's growing great. I'm going to give back to the audience by giving you the content that you want, the content that you deserve. And I can't wait to hear from you guys in the comment section, and I'll see you all in the next video.